These are the top 5 things we're going to get in update 6.66 that you got to be excited for. Number 1, Horde Mode. So we're going to talk about a couple things that we do know about Horde so far. This is a brand new game mode with replay value. Because see, look, here's the thing, it's exactly what the game needs. A lot of people, especially those who are on console or don't have access to mods, have said, man, you know, I just feel like there's a drought in some new content. I need some new things to play. I've mastered everything that I already have and everything I know how to do. Well, this right here, especially for you, is what you need. It is going to be a huge test, and it's going to give you a lot of replayability to test yourself in new ways that you did not think that you would have ever before. There's going to be different missions, and I'm not sure how many, or we're not exactly sure on the different objectives that we're going to have. We do know that there are going to be different key demons that we can kill and focus on, like maybe focus on this guy, maybe that one. The hammer may get a change up, it just all depends. Now, although we don't know how many different missions there are, we do know that we will be collecting the weapons to reassemble the wheel. So, the weapon wheel, all the weapons, this tells me that maybe it starts off like a classic mode. Maybe we have to earn our way and fight our way through, building up to tougher and tougher challenges. But of course, you know that they're not going to take us easy because we will finally get to the end and beat it. Now, being that there is an end to the Horde mode, how will we compete? What does this mean? Will we have to speedrun it? Not necessarily, but I'm sure people will. There will be a leaderboard so you can keep track with your friends and enemies to see who's doing this and that and the other, and it's going to be pretty cool to see that friendly competition in a way that maybe Doom 2016's arcade mode offered with its leaderboards. I just hope that there is some pretty good ways to stop cheating in this regard. I know the modding scene is going to be doing ways to possibly even disable it if you have any gameplay altering mods installed, which is really cool. Good job to there. It's going to incentivize you in different ways to do things, not just the key demons or their things that we have to worry about, but you know the game in general always has us pushed in different ways, breaking a weak point or a glory kill to recharge the hammer, just pushing us in the direction of the combat. Say for another example, the GK helps our blood punch will now be able to take its ultimate test to us. To my understanding, this is going to be more difficult than the master levels, which is a super challenge that everyone wants between ourselves and our friends. The World Spear Master level is the second thing on this list, and the biggest news of all on here. It is free for everyone. Yes, even if you do not own DLC 2, you are able to play the World Spear Master level. So maybe it gives the non-DLC owners a little taste of what they're missing with Tag 2, and they will get to test the new AI and see that we're the only thing they fear. Very interesting way, and I'm very curious to see how Tag 2 sales change when this happens. And the next super important thing is it's balanced around the hammer. That means it's gonna be crazy. They are making you think, hey, the hammer is the focal point of the DLC 2. We have to make these levels fit for the hammer, and that's something that everybody talked about that I saw when DLC 2 came out. They said, man, it just doesn't feel tough enough. We have this superpower hammer that makes it even easier, but you know what? It's going to be tough. No hammer runs are going to be a great challenge that we see too, because if this level is designed around the hammer, you know people are going to want to play it without it and see how well they can do. This is also the first DLC 2 master level ever. Hugo has talked about the designers missing the tools from the DLC, wishing that they could have had them for Terrace Nabad, Super Gornest, because it's more limiting without them. Now, they have everything in their pockets to pull out and use with no more restrictions in the combat loop. Third thing we need to look for is the Mars Core Master level. Oh man, Mars Core, it is a huge fan favorite for many. It's the gigantic open level. Everybody loves it, and the community is super stoked for it. When you think about the options that the designers have for the Mars Core Master level design, That level has a lot of solid indoor type, very tight areas that you'll have to battle in. The beginning hallways and the ductwork. You also have the tentacle rooms right before you go back outside closer to the end. It's just so much different possibilities. And then you have the huge outdoor atmosphere of space, which I still don't know how we're not flying off due to low gravity, but that's beside the point. There is so much they can do with the different atmosphere, arenas, and environments that Mars Core gives. The big outdoor arenas I know will be littered with pain elementals and the whole 9 yards. It's something that we also have to consider is that being that it's not a DLC master level, we're likely not going to see spirits and blood makers, stone imps, any curse prowlers, any of that, but they still can make things tricky and still give us a challenge to fight with in this. I wonder what the BFG area is going to be like. That big outside room where you get the BFG, well, in those randomizer mods, it's pretty insane. So I just wonder what they'll do. Will they give us extra things we can fight around in there, extra places we can go? Unfortunately, no meat hook nodes. Gosh, that would be a good place to have one in the middle of that, don't you think? If you do agree with me, comment below, let me know. Other than the BFG area, the lost city of Hebeth, oh man, another good meat hook node place. The big fiery row that we go at the very end, and man, we should have seen more of that. That was too cool. The tyrant coming through the slip gate at the end, man. I wonder what's going to happen there. Either way, it's going to be crazy. The next thing we need to look for is the Automap Music Bug Fix. Now, I thought this was supposed to be adjusted maybe like on new files or something, but from my understanding, it's not fully gone yet. Now, PC can mod it out, but console unfortunately can't. So this way, console has a chance to finally get rid of this bug because, you want to pull up your Automap, you want to pull up that little stat menu, but then you're stuck with the bug until you restart the game. Even going out to the menu doesn't fix it, unfortunately. So thankfully, we have a fix coming our way with that. It has been in game a while. The mod to fix it came out around last December. I did a video on it. So hopefully it's very soon. And of course, finally, the QOL Changes. What are those? That stands for quality of life. These are the things that aren't like big balance changes or anything like that, which I'm curious how those will come with this new update that we're getting, but things that make your life easier. Maybe a menu is a little nicer and easier to navigate. Maybe something else in the game, it's just less trouble or more convenience to be able to access or go to. It's kind of like a good example I could make is say there's a portal in the game that skips a section that you don't want to do. You could view that as a quality of life change, but that's different than what we're going to get, I'm sure. I think we're going to get different menu and things that will help us out and just make the game a little smoother. Comment below, let me know what you think about this. My name is Austin. Thank you for watching.